What was that?
I have something to say.
Go ahead, Ben.
Over the last couple of weeks, I've come to the realisation that the MasterChef competition isn't for me. Therefore, I'm going to be hanging up my apron for the last time and withdrawing from the competition.
Yeah, it's a real bolt from the blue.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
This is massive, mate.
I know, I understand.
Absolutely massive.
I had no idea. It's just rocked me.
What are the reasons, Ben? Why are you leaving?
For myself, cooking is all about relaxation, and the competitive nature of this isn't my style, I've decided.
Shocked that Ben's decided to pull out. I thought he was one of the real strong competitors.
Do you want to make cooking your career?
I don't think so for the time being.
I'm going to ask you one more time. Do you really want to leave the MasterChef kitchen?
I'm ready to go home, Al.
Then, on your way.
Thank you. That's really tough. I don't see myself as better than a good 4 or 5 people out on that floor. I see myself as falling behind them. The reason I pulled out rather than ending up eliminated was because I didn't want to end up presenting a dish that was absolutely terrible. I'd rather go out on that last high. I can't see myself taking this competition out anymore, unfortunately.
Really shocked about Ben. I genuinely thought he'd be in the running for the last few.
He had such an amazing opportunity. I'm hoping that one day he won't regret his decision.
That's half an hour gone and just half an hour to go. There's some beautiful smells coming from the MasterChef kitchen. We are very excited. And I know Nadia is very interested to see what you're going to put up in front of her.
Half an hour gone into a 60-minute challenge, and I feel I'm struggling a little bit today. I think I really need to get that venison out of the refrigerator, and it may be quite cold still before it hits the pan. The protein has to be cooked perfectly. I don't want it to be too rare, but I still don't want to overcook it.
Come on, let's dig it in for this last 25. We've already lost one person today. Don't be the next one to go home.
Look at the size of that bird.
I know.
It's a massive breast.
It really is.
25 minutes, so get it in and get it cooking.
Skin side down in a hot pan. 6 minutes, oven it.
I want to really focus on that venison and to make sure that's done right. So I really push the crust into it, olive oil, and let that sit for a little bit.
So I am cooking the venison today like beef. I'm just searing the both ends now and give this venison a really good color. And then I will put it in the oven for about 20 minutes to finish cooking.
Come on, mate, go, 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 go. Yep. Chicken, you got what? 20 minutes left, mate, let's go.
Yep.
You are creating a dish that could be eaten by thousands of New Zealanders when they order my food bag. That is such an honour. It better be good, because only the best will make it.
The cauliflower couscous is meant to be more or less raw. I'm just tossing it in the pan with the chicken fat. A, to flavour it slightly. B, to just take that little bit of edge off the couscous. This will definitely add the crunch element to the plate.
My pork is looking really good. It's got a nice caramelised colour to it, but it is feeling quite soft still.
Yeah, that's very rare.
Cut it open.
Well, you've got 15 minutes. I doubt that's going to be cooked in time, and you can do that. There's a few cracks starting to appear. I can feel that there's a lot of pressure in there. I've just talked to Jem. I've looked at her pork, and gee whiz.
What's she doing?
She can't serve raw pork. She serves raw pork, she's out of the competition. You've got under 15 minutes. No shrinking violets. We want confident cooks. Pork should be resting. Venison should be cooking at this stage. And the chicken should be coming out and resting shortly as well.
15 minutes to go. I'm just about to pull my venison off. I'm very nervous. I mean, I'd rather have undercooked it than over, because I can fix that. But you can't fix it once you've overcooked it.
You happy?
I think so. Yep.
Do you need to serve all of it?
No, I don't think so today. It's pretty big in comparison to the plate, so...
Is it worth checking it then?
Yes.
I don't know how these judges do it. They always arrive at a time when you are questioning what you've done. I think to be on the safe side, especially with chicken, I'm just going to pop it back in the oven for another minute or 2.
Guys, come on, you know how to cook meat, you know how to cook fish. If you're not sure, check it.
Chicken has to be cooked all the way through. Pork can be a little bit pink, but still cooked.
Yeah.
And then venison, of course, you can go the other way.
Yeah, I think if I asked 90% of venison eaters in New Zealand how they like their venison cooked, they're all going to come out with exactly the same answer. How do we cook venison? Rare is generally best, I would say. Medium is probably going the other way, I would say. Have we all eaten venison before?
Yes.
How do we like it cooked?
Rare.
Rare.
I decided that I'll cut the plums in half and just pop them in the jus while it was reducing. I don't want them to get too soft. I still want them to hold their shape.
Happy with that?
I think it's a bit under. I cut into my first piece of venison and it is not rare. My heart sinks. I am in big trouble.
When you look around, do you think that they're on top?
Yes, I don't know. I mean, Gemma, I assume she's going to do crackling. She doesn't have much time.
I suddenly realise I haven't started on my pork crackling and that needs quite a bit of time to crisp up. Need to get my polenta back on track and finish off my floor thing. Pushing it, pushing it, pushing it.
Have you tasted your plum and cabbage?
Syrup in it, so I'm just reducing that down.
Is it sweet?
It is
there
nice
enough
and sweet.
acid?
Yeah.
Is there enough salt? Is there enough pepper?
Yeah.
Is it going to go with the venison?
Oh, it's gonna...
Are you going to nail it?
Yeah.
It's going to be your best?
Oh, I hope so. I've got to push.
I think I'll use the smaller of the gratins and I put that onto the plate.
Oh.
And it basically falls to pieces.
I'm just checking my pork. That looks nice and pink and perfect.
How's that polenta, Gemma?
Polenta's coming along all right.
Pork good?
Yeah, pork's good.
Great, fantastic. This looks great. What's going on here?
Oh, the gratin wasn't kind to me, Al.
It's still all right, is it?
It's still fine.
Have you tasted it?
Tasted
is it
it.
seasoned?
It's
I can't see any
seasoned.
pepper in there.
I cut through my venison.
Let me see your venison. Ooh, that's rare.
It's very rare.
Cooking these meats is crucial to getting this challenge right.
Today, I just keep going.
I don't know if there's enough flavour in that couscous. So I hope it's just not this dry, flavourless crunch.
Tim, are you joining your mate Ben?
Nope.
No, I'm not, Al.
No, I'm not, Al.
I'm going all the way, Al.
Cutting into that venison for the first time.
Ooh, it's looking good.
Yeah, I nailed that, so I'm pretty stoked.
Pretty happy. I mean, that's exactly how I would want it.
I cut into my second piece of venison. It is slightly pinker than the first piece, but it is still not rare. There is nothing more I can do but try to plate it nicely and hope for the best.
I've got about 3 minutes to go, and I think to myself, oh, I wonder what those plums taste like. The plums are out of season. The plums are really tart.
I have a feeling that some of these dishes are going to come home to haunt them.
Today is not my best day. I struggled from the time I was given the ingredients. Moroccan venison with spiced plum salad.
Are you worried about it?
Obviously, I'm cooking myself. I know that the venison is not rare.
That is medium well, bordering on well done.
We know the venison is overcooked.
Yes.
But what we don't know is all the other beautiful things that you've done to this dish, if they're going to save that venison.
Yes.
So let us try, Lily.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lily.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Lily.
I am very disappointed with myself.
The venison is overcooked. You have an incredible, expensive piece of venison. It has to be cooked correctly. It is the hero.
Yep.
I think all there is to do is to try it. Can I say it's not as bad as it looks? Would you agree?
Definitely.
There's lots of flavour in the beans.
Great flavour in the plum. There's good textures. I like the nuts through there.
That chutney is really delicious.
It's quite sweet and quite jammy.
I think maybe there's just a tad too much going on, just a little bit too much, because that chutney has a lot of flavour, but then so do the beans, and it's a really different flavour.
The question is it to brief? You think Lily's in trouble?
I think she's in trouble.
I hope there's enough flavour in there, but with 8 ingredients, there's not too much else you can do.
Is it a dish that you would feel happy to feed to a family?
Yeah,
and to your
absolutely.
son? Yeah?
Yeah.
OK, we'll taste your dish. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy it.
Thanks. It's nice and simple. It's something that anybody could cook, but it's going to come down to the flavour. Canned beans can be hard to get really good flavour into. So that's what I want to assess.
Let's try it.
It's the moment of truth, and I feel like my dish is just not good enough today.
Richard, did you enjoy the challenge?
No, I just couldn't get my head around it today. I think I let Nadia down a little bit. I was a bit shocked about Ben.
Do you think you did enough?
I just hope I have, yeah.
We hope you've done enough too.
Great, thank you, Al.
The state's rich.
OK, thank you.
I can't use the Ben thing as an excuse. It was me that was cooking today, and I just think that I let myself down.
Visually, it's not up to his normal standard,
No,
is
it's
it?
not.
No.
100% not. If it's a good piece of venison, it's still going to be tender, but it is undercooked. It's not rare, it's pretty much blue. The kale is neither here nor there.
Let's try it.
It's kind of mediocre, I guess. You know, nothing's bad on the plate, but it just doesn't have that wow factor. The plums are a little bit sour.
This throws the dish, throws the balance out, whereas it was in balance with the kale and the potato, the sauce, even the venison undercooked.
Yeah.
It still worked, but as soon as you put that very sour plum in your mouth...
Steers it off.
It steers it off track.
The jus is really delicious, though.
That's the
He's
best part. I love
obviously
the jus. It's beautiful.
great with technique.
The sauce is outstanding. The plums need more sweetness. You know, he should have thought about that. And you don't serve half plums like that unless it's a rustic, simple dessert.
Really disappointing because he should have absolutely nailed that. Absolutely nailed it.
Lily and Richard, they're good cooks. They've been putting up good dishes consistently in the competition.
Richard, MasterChef is about extraordinary food. There isn't any room for ordinary. Your venison was undercooked.
That was the easiest thing to cook, you know, and I just paused it up completely.
The question is, did that sauce pull your dish together?
I'd be devastated if I went home today.
Lily, it's incredibly difficult to pick a dish that is not quite as good as everyone else's. Your venison was overcooked, and there was a lot going on that plate. One was overcooked, and one was undercooked. And by the skin of your teeth, Richard, I can tell you that your sauce did pull your dish together by only just enough to save you. Richard, you are safe. Step aside.
Scraped through today. This is the first time I've been in the bottom two. I don't want to be there again.
Lily, you know it was a mistake to overcook the venison, and we are really sorry to see you go.
I feel gutted. Going home today was definitely not part of my plan.
We're going to miss you challenging us. We're going to miss your questions and your knowledge of food. You know what this means, Lily? Sadly, it's time to leave the MasterChef kitchen.